If you ask an economist what they think a prosperous economy looks like, they'll likely refer to a Scandinavian country. Why is that? To answer that question, let's take a look at what makes Scandinavian countries so successful and uncover their secrets to not just wealth, but also their other impressive developments. The Scandinavian countries, interchangeably known as the Nordic countries, consist of Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, the Ireland Islands, the Faroe Islands, and Sweden. These countries are home to some of the wealthiest economies around the world, and that's undoubtedly due to their government's ability to meet the needs and wants of their population through their unique economic system. A key characteristic of Scandinavian countries is a high standard of living paired with low income disparity. Unlike most nations that struggle with a never-ending, increasing wage gap, Scandinavian countries are the complete opposite, maintaining a consistent sense of economic equality amongst their people. Not only does this differentiate Scandinavian countries from all others, but it also allows them to provide a better quality of life for their citizens, which helps to propel the economy forward. The wealthiest Scandinavian countries, which are Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, and Iceland, can attribute much of their economic success to their effective usage of the Nordic business model. This is a system that mixes various elements of free market capitalism while also ensuring the prioritization of social benefits such as welfare and healthcare. And this system definitely works, as Norway is the fourth wealthiest country, having a GDP per capita of $114,899. Denmark isn't far behind at number 9, with a GDP per capita of $74,005. Iceland, Sweden, and Finland also make the top 50, ranking at number 12, number 16, and number 21 respectively. Now, if you're unsure what free market means, it's essentially an economic system that utilizes little to no government control and is dictated primarily by supply and demand. Nordic countries use aspects of this system in their economy, combined with benefits provided to their citizens, funded by taxpayers. These benefits are then administered by the government to ensure that every single person can use them as they see fit. These benefits include a multitude of services like free healthcare, free education, and guaranteed pension payments for retirees. This sort of mixed economic system allows for Nordic countries to essentially have the best of both worlds. They are able to close up the wage gap and use redistributive taxation to spread the wealth, which cultivates a strong public sector. Yet, they're able to still maintain the benefits of capitalism by allowing private property owners to retain their freedoms on decisions based on resource allocation. So, how does this benefit the economy exactly? Well, a satisfied and content population is a hard-working one. Since Nordic countries prioritize the well-being and happiness of their people, they become much more incentivized to engage in workforce participation. The people feel supported by their government through generous social welfare programs, which makes them feel much more motivated to act toward the betterment of the economy through learning specialized skills, pursuing higher education, and creating their own businesses. Money is definitely a main contributor to the success of Nordic countries, but it is not the main factor. Nordic countries are also seen as prime examples of good governance in terms of sustainability, education, and equality. This results in a much happier and more productive population, which is proven by data. Scandinavian countries have been notoriously known for being some of the happiest countries on Earth, with nations like Finland taking the top spot in the World Happiness Report 6 years in a row. Nordic countries rank favourably on several key variables of the World Happiness Report, such as GDP per capita, social support, healthy life expectancy, generosity, and corruption. We already know that Nordic countries have extremely high GDP per capita, with Norway, Denmark, Iceland, and Sweden residing in the top 20 GDP per capita around the world. So let's move on to some of the other variables. With such a flourishing public sector, Nordic citizens have definitely had a lot of weight taken off their shoulders in terms of social support. With free healthcare widely available, the average healthy life expectancy is able to go up, as accessible social services lower health risks for both the wealthy and the poor. This, combined with many other social benefits, allows the public to feel supported and develop a sense of trust in their government. As you can already tell by both the implemented policies, the government truly does care about the welfare of the people, both socially and economically. That's why the Nordic model still prioritizes capitalism elements, despite having such a high focus on social welfare. Scandinavian countries try to appeal to the vast majority of their population and implement policies and practices to try and benefit as many people as they can. Nordic nations understand the importance of citizens being able to retain their freedom in terms of private property and other important life choices, which also makes them more willing to pay high amounts of taxpayer dollar for the social services provided to the public. This trade-off is mutually beneficial and is proven to be highly effective for Nordic countries, and is the main reason why their wage gap is so small compared to everyone else. Social welfare also has positive impacts on life satisfaction, which can combat corruption levels. The welfare state's generosity means that there are few reasons for people to be drawn towards crime. Since Scandinavian countries actively work towards lowering inequality, citizens see no need to take matters into their own hands and engage in corrupt activities. Moreover, a government that highly values citizen happiness and well-being also leaves little room for corruption in large-scale organizations and governing bodies. The Nordic model has not only allowed for the growth and expansion of Scandinavian economies, but has also been proven to increase the quality of life for the population, which has direct ties to increasing labor force productivity, spiking happiness levels, and lowering crime and corruption. And the thing is, it's not just the Nordic model that has brought Scandinavian countries this impressive amount of wealth and overall prosperity. It's the fact that they are able to keep a line of open communication between the citizens and governing bodies and institutions to ensure that public needs are being met, which makes them so successful. If you learned something new today and aren't ready to stop just yet, don't worry. Click on this video that is chosen specifically for you to learn more about the world around us.